The chauvinistic father figure are becoming fools of their daughters, just like in any other country. There are some fathers who are completely fools for their daughters here in Korea. Korea, most important actually. However, you wouldn't find these types of fathers back in the old days. Only a generation ago, the Korean fathers were mostly very chauvinistic and strict. A father was considered as the center of the family, an absolute figure in the family. However, as time changes, people's minds have changed as well. The center of the family has shifted more to mothers and fathers. Fathers, most importantly, have loosened up and became more equal with other family members of the family. When fathers were the sole breadwinners of the family, mothers were in charge of taking care of their children. Nowadays, families have less numbers of children. The time spent is more spare. So the fathers started to engage more with their children's marriage as well. So after they get married, the fathers like to spend more time with them. Unlike mothers who may not have an eye for a good man, fathers, as a man with their own work experience, are usually better with finding a good man for their daughters. For instance, let me tell you a story about a person I know who was introduced to a boyfriend of his daughter. By the way, it is a common practice for children to introduce the boy and girlfriends to their parents. However, the intention behind it is quite different in Korea. When introducing their boy or girlfriends is more about asking the parents' opinion about them rather than just getting to know each other. So anyway, the father had a drink with the boyfriend of his daughter to see how his behavior changes when drinking. And turned out the boyfriend just falls asleep when he drinks. So he is kind of passed. He kind of passed the test by the future father-in-law because he fell asleep, not really talking or doing some crazy stuff. However, the boyfriend still has to pass the test by the future mother-in-law. Now she thinks her daughter's boyfriend is nothing special, nothing good out of him. So maybe he's not good enough for her daughter. But the father wants to persuade her since his daughter likes him and he seems fine as a man's perspective. Since the daughter has a big support from her father, she probably can end up marrying him soon. Well, she should marry soon. My friend, Mr. Lee, the CEO of Couple.net, has matched up to 30,000 couples who have ended up married. And he said if the father supports the marriage of their children, then usually the children's lives, they live well after they get married. He learned this from extensive experience in matching numerous couples.